I guess we're live, but I don't know if I'm on the screen or not, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know how the hell we went live. And I see that my audio is coming through now. Oh, wait a minute. We might have something. We might have something, y'all. Sorry, and I know you guys can maybe hear me double, but I had to actually turn the YouTube see if I was actually coming through, and it looks like it is. I don't know when the audio. I know the audio will come back first. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this though, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still here, for those of you that are, we appreciate you. Um, Again, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. The connection where I'm at is pretty bad, but I wanted to have a little Thanksgiving vibe. You know what I'm saying? A little Thanksgiving fun. I see there's a few football. I know football's a thing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the football. I got it on here on the side, but it's whatever. I know not everybody has a great gathering to go to, a big family to be around with right now. So I figure maybe we'll keep you some company. You know what I'm saying? For a couple of minutes. Obviously, we can't be here all day. We can't be here too long, but the connection is giving us a hard time. I was even trying to do this from outside, right? How many chances do we have to come to you from the outside in November? But that didn't work as the connection was really bad out there. But even inside here, there's just too too many devices hooked up right now in this household as they streaming as they come and stream and do what I do. I mean, in streaming, like everything they do is stream and they watch TV through streaming, all the devices, all the phones, computers, everything is connected. So that's also giving me a hard time. But we're gonna try to make it work for as long as we can. Again, appreciate you guys in here, man. My guy Eduardo de lo mío, dime a ver, manito. Happy Thanksgiving. Good looks. Good looks. Wait a minute. Now your good looks over here too, man. Like you're confusing the hell out of me, man. But shout out to you too, man. Happy Thanksgiving, man. And to everybody else in here that's maybe has not commented, as it says, like 25. Like I said, I don't expect many people to come in here right now, but just wanted to have a little fun, just a little touch up. Just a little thank you, man. Say thank you. Say thank you for everybody, man, that rocks with me, that you know what I'm saying, that deals with my nonsense, that doesn't get offended by my craziness or anything like that, and that's able to deal with blunt thoughts, man. We appreciate you. Um, my new old name. I got you, brother. I got you. I try to keep up, but sometimes it's hard. But I've kind of figured out, I figured out that you got both those names. But so yes, I just wanted to come in and just say thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart. I know we did it on a couple other places, but got a little time here. Got to get away from the little rascals, man. Oof. Sometimes, like, man, God leash. Thank goodness I don't got kids. I don't know if I can deal. I don't know if I can deal with this. I I could be around the nieces and nephews for a little while, but I have to admit, it's like, okay, get away, guys. I need my own time right now. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause these guys, man, they don't stop. These kids been up since like 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. I thought I was getting ahead of things, have some time on my own. Not, not with these kids. Little rascals been running. Like, what the hell are we doing? Take a nap or something. Take a break. Go outside. No, no, go inside. No, wait. Watch something. Play with something. Ugh. But what are you gonna do, man? You gotta have some fun. I'm not around them all the time, you know what I mean? So I gotta enjoy them too, have some fun. So out there throwing the ball around with them and stuff like that. The little ones, right? The little ones. The big ones, hi, and they're gone. I ain't even see them the rest of the day yesterday. Those motherfuckers woke up like at 12, 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It is what it is. But how's everybody doing, man? Hope everybody's doing well, man. Yo, and yes, everyone, the food, bro, the smell since this morning is killing me, bro. It's killing me. And I don't know about you guys, but us Dominicans, I know a lot of Hispanic households, bro. You may be smelling the food all day, but you ain't eating till late at night. I'm like, yo, come on, man. I'm old already. Those days are over. I don't need the 8 o'clock dinner. I'm ready for dinner right now. Starving. And then you don't want to eat too much because you don't want to fill up. You feel me? Days for the main course. But we're gonna get it in a little early today. We're gonna get it in a little early. Um, but yeah, man, again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. There's no format to this, there's no nothing. We're just here to have some fun. Obviously, you know, our New York Mets. So we talk about the Mets, and we're gonna kick it around a little bit about our New York Mets and what's happened lately. We had blunt thoughts on Sunday night, the day of the trade. We spoke about it a little bit. We know we were a little upset, a little emotional. That's what we do. That's what we do. You know, we get a little emotional and so forth. Try to always, maybe if not right away, look at the big picture, right? And step back from the emotions and try to see if things make sense. And I gotta be honest with you, they make sense, but it don't freaking make sense. You know what I mean? I get it, but let's be honest, it's still an incomplete deal. I know there's a lot of talk, and of course, because some people have gotten, you know, emotional about it, upset about it, or whatever. Then you have the other side that's like, how don't you understand that this is good for the you? And it's like, chill, relax, relax. Let people get to where they need to get to at their own time, right? Like, not everybody's the same, and we invest a lot in these teams emotionally and all that. And yeah, you get attached to some players, and to a lot of us, I think to most of us, even to those that are saying, hey, you got to understand, and so on and so forth. Like, yo, Brandon Nimmo was a good ball player, man. Brandon, it's okay to be a little upset to see him go. And then, especially when the return is what it is, which it's a little underwhelming if you just look at it like, again, emotionally and what Nimmo has meant. And then you see the return, and it's like, wait a minute. We're giving away a good offensive player who has some defensive flaws or whatever the case may be, whose offensive game has changed, but he's still solid, gets the job done. Say what you say about Brandon Nimmo, and mess with the connection, and I'm gonna just take it what it is, and we're good right now, and it hasn't interrupted. But I'm pretty sure if we look up Nimmo right now and his clutch stats, you know, runners in scoring position and all that good stuff, impact numbers, they're good. They're good. Has his on base percentage gone down a little bit? If you're gonna hit 25 home runs or whatever, you're gonna turn into a power guy. Maybe you want the slugging to be a little higher or whatever the case may be. I get it. I understand. He still hit 25 home runs and drove in 90 plus RBIs. And you get a guy older than him whose offensive numbers have been going down, you know? So I can understand why some fans are like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? This trade is horrible. But again, you step back and you say, okay, there has to be another move or something coming. What that is, we're gonna find out. But you can't just make the switch of Brandon Nimmo for Marcus Simeon, right? And that's what the other side keeps saying. Like, you guys know, you gotta know it's not a 1-for-1 trade. No, it is a 1-for-1 trade. That's what the trade was. Lulu, good to see you, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Now, what we understand is that there has to be follow-up moves, and you hope that now the flexibility that that trade gave you leads to those follow-up moves. What they're going to be, I don't know. Some people want to assume it's going to be Bellinger or Tucker, a trade for Fernando Tatis. Maybe. But I think if we listen to David Stearns, I hope so. I hope so, Luke. I hope so. I hope so. I hope he has bigger plans. But I also listen to David Stearns, and he keeps talking about these young guys, right? Even Brandon Nimmo in his interview on MLB Network, which I know upset some people because some people took it. Oh, Brandon Nimmo took a shot at David Stearns when he said, "Oh, some people call it run prevention, but the pitching comes first, and pitching and defense is that run prevention." And Texas Rangers already have that, and so on and so forth. But he also said, "Yo," Harold Reynolds asked him, "If you would have said no to the trade, what would the things look like?" And he was like, "Yo," they said, honestly, there'll have to be a conversation about less playing time, DHing more, because they have some young guys that they really believe in that could be impactful in the corner and that they're going to want to play. So now we keep hearing that. And again, there's plenty of time. I'm not saying there's not going to be any moves, but since I like to have fun, that's why I put out a post and said, hey, Jeff McNeil as the opening day for Carson Bench is going to be fucking phenomenal or hilarious or whatever the hell I said. I don't know if phenomenal is the right word. But we saw Stern say, yo, I spoke to Jeff McNeil yesterday about playing the outfield, playing some left field. He's ready. We love the versatility. I know Mets fans. As soon as that Nimmo trade was made, the next one out the door to Mets fans was Jeff McNeil. And I'm not saying that it's not going to be. I'm not here saying that it's not going to be. It could be Jeff McNeil. I understand. I get it. I get the frustration with McNeil's knuckleheads. And I'm not Jeff McNeil's a knucklehead. I'm an emotional dude too. I get fired up. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't bother me, but I understand. I understand. I understand. Man, shout out to people joining the room, man. We got 70 plus people on this beautiful Thanksgiving day, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody once again. And again, just figured some time away for those that don't enjoy the football, for those that don't have the big family gathering to go to right now, that maybe, you know what I'm saying, dealing with things or whatever. We all do it. We all do. For me personally, right? Especially this year, right? I'm with my sister who I haven't spent Thanksgiving with in a while, maybe 2, 3 years, right? I'm with my half sister who I don't think I've ever spent a Thanksgiving with, who was able to come down from Orlando. So I'm fortunate, and that's great. And if I was in New York, the gathering would probably be even bigger, right? My mother's down here as well, who hasn't been here for 18 years, and I miss the fuck out of, and it doesn't matter how long it's been, is my little brother. So I go through it too. And I know there's people out there going through it. So we here for you. And thank you for joining. And we'll get off of that because we don't want to get too emotional because you know we kind of soft. But we get emotional. But we're thankful. We're thankful. We're thankful to have our New York Mets. We're thankful for the Knicks. It's crazy. And they stink right now. But hey, we'll see. Hopefully brighter days are coming. Well, Ortiz, good to have you, brother. Now it's you, your wife, and myself. Sorry, guys. I try to show the comments, but this thing is reacting mad slow to me. We gotta wait for the homie Quays, man. I'm thankful for the homie Quays too. He's around, but he's a little busy too. So he's running in and out, in and out of wherever the hell he's at. He could have better control of the comments. For me, this shit is mad slow. Look, it's been a while since I put him on, and now it's finally come up. But yeah, man, how's everybody feeling about where we are right now? I know everybody's thinking, hey man. We got to go get a Tucker. We got to go get a Bellinger and Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz. I don't know. How about that signing of Dylan Cease? How about that? 7 years, 210 million. Would you guys want to have done that kind of deal? 7 years, 210, right? I don't really care about the money. The money is whatever. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, too. But at the end of the day, to me, all these guys are overpaid. Shit, maybe Otani's not overpaid. I know. I was one day like, yo, there's no way Otani could ever live up to that contract. Well, this year he did, man. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of Met fans, and I know we're tired of hearing about Otani. I get it, man. I get it. But golly, man, you got to give this guy credit. I think he earned his money this year. But I think all these guys are overpaid. But for the most part, about the money. What I care about is the years, man. And I don't know if I want to give out. Listen, I've always said, I say this, if you've ever heard me say this, I apologize. But I've always said this, man. Ideally, position players, 7 years tops. You know what I'm saying? Juan Soto at 26, I'd have been willing to give you 10 years, 11 years, maybe. I hate the 15-year crap, but we've been through that. We won't get off of that right now. It's Thanksgiving, heck. Relax. Right? But 7 years would be ideal for me for position players. Pitchers, 5 years tops. I guess that's why I don't get upset at David Stearns. That's why I don't. I like because I kind of understand. I'm kind of like in the same mentality as him when it comes to these long term deals. I hate them, especially for pitching. But Dylan Cease, I know some Met fans trade for Dylan Cease, Michael King throughout the year. Now that they're free agents, maybe Dylan Cease, Michael King. I don't really see them as much of an upgrade from what we have, honestly. Again, I don't want to mess around too much looking up stats and sharing stats. I looked it up earlier today. I don't remember off the top of my head. Sorry. But Dylan Cease is like, I think he had a 4 ERA this past year. Is that something that we really want to bring into the Mets? I know he had a high strikeout rate, but I think his walk rate is pretty high too. You know, is that somebody you want to commit 7 years and $210 million to? I'm not sure that I would have. So I'm okay with that. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But now it's like, man, that once again, expensive starting pitching is, right? That affirms once again how expensive pitching is. And we know David Stearns doesn't like to pay for this pitching. But good for the Blue Jays. Listen, I'm going to say this, right? As a Met fan, we're not here rooting for anybody else, right? And I don't even know what this means, but I thought this. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought this works out for the Blue Jays. Again, I don't know what that means. Workout means. Does that mean I want them to win the World Series or anything like that? But the Blue Jays have had a hard time. The Blue Jays have had a hard time being able to track players, right? And there was question about whether they were going to be able to retain their own player in a Vlad Jr., right? So they were able, right? I apologize, guys. I'm trying to do something while I'm talking here at the same time. They were able to keep Vlad for a substantial amount of money, a very big deal, right? I even forget what the hell the deal is, but we already know. You guys already know. And then now sign, make a free agent signing like this. And yeah, I kind of hope it works out for them. I hope it doesn't all come apart for them. I hope perennial playoff team, have that sustained success that we all want, right? Again, it's not. I'm not saying I'm rooting for them to win a World Series. Sure, so I'm not rooting for them to win a World Series at the expense of the Mets. Hey, if we face them in the World Series, let's kick their ass. Let them be like the Buffalo Bills. If they get back there again, and we're lucky to get there, you know. But I hope this doesn't blow up in their face. The big deal to Vladdy, and now this big free agent deal. And I don't think they'll stop here either. Shoot, there's still talk about them trying to go get a closer, right? And they're not going to come cheap. Maybe depending on where you go, you may be able to get one for less years or whatever the case may be. Will they bring back a Bo Bichette? That's not going to come cheap, you know? Whoa, Tucker. Listen, I'm a, I was my target. I'm not gonna lie. I know the whole cross up with the catcher. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you look at the numbers, is he on a decline? Is he just staying at the same level? To me, it's something someone I will still go after. The more and more I think about it, what there isn't right now, ladies and gentlemen, and what we really need is that clear cut number one as a free agent, right? I think you bring Framber to the Mets, he could start out number one with McLean. And what the hope is that what we're hoping is that McLean becomes that dude. We're hoping that McLean becomes that dude, right? And he's that number one. And he anchors his rotation. But in the meantime, it would be nice to have someone to take that pressure off of him and let him go into that, right? Let him go into that. What does that Dennis C's deal mean for Framber Valdez, who I think is an argument that Framber is better than the Dennis C's? You want to tell me that Dennis C's has a higher ceiling right now because of age or whatever and wear and tear? I guess maybe I'll give you that. But I don't know if there's anybody else as a starter that you could say, okay, we're gonna come and bring that guy, and he goes right to the top of our rotation. Ranger Suarez, Michael King. We definitely also need bounce back. We need a bounce back from a Sean Mania. We definitely need bounce back from Sean Mania. We need to see now how Clay Holmes progresses, right? See what version of David Peterson we get. Was David Peterson last year? Was it the innings that got to him? The innings increase? Is he able to overcome that now and become a solid pitcher? But I don't know if we could go get that guy as free agency. We know the trade, right? You go get a schoolboy, there's no question. Boom, number one, no ifs, ands, or buts. You get a Paul Skeens, number one, no ifs, ands, or buts. Shit. I'll even say maybe a Joe Ryan, number one, no ifs, ands, or buts, with McLean pushing his ass real quick. See, a schoolboy and the Skeens, it might take a while for McLean to push him out the way, and he may never push him out the way. We'll have co-aces, and who's going to complain about that? A Joe Ryan. You want to tell me Is he really a clear cut number one? We don't. We like to think so. I think he got better as the year went on last year. But I also question, are any of these guys going to really be available? As of right now, it doesn't really look like it, depending on who you listen to, right? You guys know how I feel. The Tigers shouldn't trade Scooble. Well, I forgot Freddie Peralta, who it looks like the Milwaukee Brewers are not trying to trade, right? The Pirates shouldn't trade Skeens, but if they do, I hope it's to us. But besides those guys, there's no clear cut number one that we can go and get, and like this guy takes it over this rotation, in my opinion. But we'll see. We see which direction Stearns decides to go in. We're still yet to see, and we believe that eventually he will. But see him get out of his comfort zone to go out there and maybe sign that deal, that 7, 8 year deal with a pitcher that even Hector wouldn't want to do, right? Because I think that's where most of his discomfort is too. Obviously, you want to get value, and that's what I'm saying. The money doesn't matter as much, but you don't want to fucking throw away stupid money either. You guys debating Cashman, and Cashman has the championship, right? Cashman has the rings. That has to elude Stearns. Now Stearns hasn't had the payroll flexibility that Cashman has had over the years until now, these last couple of years. We'll see what Stearns is able to do it, right? That's what we're waiting for. And at the same time, does the money always translate to winning the ultimate prize? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But shout out, and plus beautiful people up in here, man, on this Thanksgiving Thursday, Thanksgiving afternoon, as we come here just to spend some time. No real format, no real strict topics or anything like that. Trying to also look in the comments. Maybe we get something from there. But just thinking about the Dennis Seas deal, which not somebody that was really a target of mine, not a deal that I would have liked to make. So I don't have a problem with it. I'm not sure how everybody feels about it. And just trying to keep those that don't have, you know, ring or anything to be a part of some company. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ken? My bad. I meant to say hello. I saw you, my brother. Happy Thanksgiving, Ken. Good to see you, man. What's wrong with you, man? Always trying to look for problems, Ken. Even on Thanksgiving. Always trying to look for problems. You guys are the best, man. The Blunt Thoughts family is the best. For sure, man. I don't care what nobody says, man. Appreciate you guys. I really do, man. Don't mind, man. What's on your mind? Let's see. Let's get this. Let's see what we got up in here. Besides Cashman and Stearns, and who's better, man. I mean, listen. Yeah, you're right, Triple G. Like I said, you know, Cashman has enjoyed payroll flexibility that Stearns could only dream of for years. You know what I'm saying? And now he has it. You know, so we'll see what he's able to do. And yeah, it's only year two. We got to give him time. As frustrated as we get, we got to. Sure as hell not watching this. But I was talking to him earlier this morning. He called to say Happy Thanksgiving and all that. And of course, we got to get into the Mets a little bit. And I don't know how I just lost my train of thought even on that. But it's like I told him, like, yo, we get nuts, but at the same time, we gotta be a little. Uh-oh, connection might be going away. We got. I'm trying to give him as much the benefit of the doubt as possible. I even said this in the comment. I think it was to Patty earlier today. Shout out to Patty, the homie Patty, man. I'm trying to give Davis of the benefit of the doubt as possible. Even still, he deserves it. He deserves. Ortiz, you call. You guys are hilarious, man. Right back at you, homie. You said Sturge is a rookie compared to Cassandra. Oh my gosh. I apologize for the funky video right now, man. We'll try to fix that in a second. But it's the connection. Happy Thanksgiving, John. Happy Thanksgiving once again, my guy. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Oh man. I hope you're wrong, Ken. What do you mean we ain't getting shit? We gotta see what's up, man. We gotta see what's up. I hope you're wrong. I, th- I thought that was on purpose that you did that. That was funny. I thought that was on purpose. Oh my gosh, man. That's hilarious. Anyways, um, is that so? Like I said, man, I know that would make a lot of people happy. People that want to see Pirates interested. What the hell can we get from the Pirates for Jeff McNeil? Maybe a reliever? They got a couple of relievers, don't they? Maybe we can get a bullpen arm from them instead of these fucking retreads that we're getting. Robert Stock and whoever the hell else we're signing. Because they got a couple of guys out in fucking in the Dominican Winter League. Give me a damn break. Go get me a good established maybe middle reliever for Jeff McNeil. Maybe that's all you can get for McNeil. You know? Get the pirate. Yeah. McNeil's gonna be the headliner in a deal for football schemes. Wouldn't that be something, y'all? If McNeil Oh my gosh, let me see. McNeil, um, Wenninger, who else? Let me see what kind of like prospects I could come up with here with my non-prospect knowledge that I have. Who else we want to? I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. But it's like, yo, come on, man. You wouldn't do that if they said McNeil, Wenninger, Elian Pena, and Brandon Sproul for Paul Skeens. Man, wait for me. Let me go up there. I'm gonna drive the motherfuckers myself in my Camry. Let me get back from Florida. I'm back tomorrow night. Don't worry. Oh man. Yo, McNeil's gonna be the opening day left fielder. Yo, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Nah, man. That was Sandy Alderson who liked to sign players that sell tickets. Sandy Alderson was the one who say, "Oh, it's a business. It's show business or whatever." David Stearns like to sign players that save him money. I don't know about this Murakami dude, man. Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, Triple G. Well, that's what I'm saying. This is more realistic. Yeah, this is more realistic. This is more realistic. You know what I'm saying? McNeil. But hey, this is more realistic. The poor skis. But we dream, y'all. We dream. Yeah, yeah. But listen, guys, everybody was talking about how impossible it would be to trade a Nimmo, right? Forget about the fact that he had to approve a trade. The contract. Who's gonna take that contract? And if you hear him talk and you hear the Rangers speak, no problem with the contract. It's a great contract to them, you know. So it's like that's why I don't like to get into that stuff. But you can't move this guy. How you gonna? Nobody's gonna take that money. Nonsense, man. You can move whoever you want. Is what you're willing to accept, you know. So I'm pretty sure we could move McNeil for a bullpen arm. I've been saying that since last season. Move McNeil for a bullpen arm at minimum when we needed a bullpen arm. Son. Paid heavily for that. Oh man. Listen, I don't know if we're gonna get Pete back, bro. And other people would say, oh, um, traded Nimmo. That definitely means Pete's coming back. Shit. If anything, that makes me think maybe Pete really don't come back now. Maybe Pete gets offended, not offended, but it's like, damn, got rid of my guy, gonna get rid of another my guy. And at the end of the day, they give Pete what, a good deal. And he's gonna sign, right? That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. And free agency and all that is getting what you set out to get, getting something that you feel comfortable with. But maybe at this point, he's fed up with the Mets. Like, you know what? You guys have put me through all this nonsense. You now trade one of my guys, Nemo, or for this run prevention crap. No, let me not say crap. In the name of run prevention, should I really come back? If somebody again tells, oh, we want you as the first baseman, I don't know what the hell they talking about. DH. You won't be our first baseman. Maybe he goes for that, you know? How do you know Pete's wife tells him what to do, man? And don't everybody's wife have an influence in what they do? You know what I'm saying? My bad, yo. And I apologize. I don't know if you guys can hear the background noise, the rugrats running around. But we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see where we go. I know we're hoping for big things. I hope he comes back. You guys know, I hope he comes back. I hope Diaz comes back. I don't want none of these fucking other closers, bro. And listen, you guys know me, the Edwin Diaz experience. I sign up for the Edwin Diaz experience. Give me 4 more years of that shit, or five. Please, with this nonsense. I'm trying to win, man. I'm trying to win. And I'm not like maybe you could go and get Robert Suarez for 2 years, or Robert, whatever the hell his name is, 2, 3 years. Exactly. But no, give me sugar, not splendor. Great way to put it. Great way to put it. What offers though? And who doesn't do that? What offer him jack? They offer him crap. And they tell him, go get us some offers. You feel me? And he hasn't been able to get. So hopefully this time for Pete, he's able to go get a good offer that he can bring to the Mets and say, listen, you guys real or what? You know? Yo, Arson, what's going on, my guy? Happy Thanksgiving, my brother. Fuck them Yankees, though, even on Thanksgiving. You hear me? My guy, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Hope with the gig, trying to do your thing. Haven't been keeping up. I can't even keep up with myself, but I know you're trying to, do your thing, man. Hope all is going well. Good to see you, though, man. Yo, yo, Ortiz, Ken doesn't think we're getting anybody though. You know what I'm saying? Ken doesn't think we're getting anybody. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Once again, then, man, shout out to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Great to have everybody up in here. Yo, de lo mío. One of my de lo míos just texted. Hold on. I didn't even send this out to the peoples. I didn't expect anybody to come in here, man. We're approaching almost 200 people. You guys are the best, man. The Bluntos family is the best, man. Amazing. So thankful for you guys. Where were we? Where were we? Peter Alonso. Peter Alonso. Where the hell is Peter Alonso gonna go? Where is Pete Alonso going to go? That's what I want to know. Listen, I know the throwing is a problem. I get it, man. I get it. You ain't lying, man. Let's take a little interruption for this public service announcement. Today is not the day to be upset at anyone, man. Today to be upset. You know what I'm saying? So give your family member a hug. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Chris. That's what I'm talking about. Pete going to first base at City Field. You sure it's not going to be Jeff McNeil? Because Jeff McNeil could be the opening day left fielder and then play game two of the season at first base. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's Pete. I really do. I hope it is Pete. I really do. I really do, man. Um, what else? What else we got here? That Sunday night, and again, I don't want to mess around because of the connection. Oh my gosh. And I might have to take a pause because I left the power cord outside. Because I was trying to do this outdoors, man. I was trying to do this outdoors, outside, the nice weather. Who gives it? And I know Ortiz like, what is he talking about? Nice weather. It ain't that nice out here, but it started getting a little bit better. Started getting a little bit better, a little warmer. So I wanted to do it outside in the backyard, but the connection was just bad. But I left the power outlet over there. So I need to go grab that real quick. Um, but yeah, man. Oh, as the connection gets a little bad again, so we look a little messed up, but it's all good. It'll come back. I wanted to have some fun with the Adavino spot that he did. And again, for those that don't know, man, that was like 2 hours and 35 minutes that he did on his podcast. And he was doing a breakdown of the NO East. And like on every day of each division. He was doing it every other 2 days, whatever. Doesn't matter. That day he was doing the NO East. And in those comments that he made about Nimmo, Mendoza, and all that good stuff, that was about a 46-minute segment where he talked about so many good things, though. You know what I'm saying? And he was just looking at the team and breaking the team down like we all do. He had the depth chart up there from Fangraphs that I look at all the time. You know, and he was just looking at where they could go, couldn't go. And as he's looking at the bullpen and he's looking at the injuries, the guys that are injured, and he's like, damn, and those are things like these guys shouldn't be so hurt, and it just got him in his feelings or whatever the case may be. He made the comments about Nimmo when somebody asked him, like, how do you think Stearns deal with somebody like Nimmo who's in all these trade talks and is a long time man and so on and so forth. And as he made up, but he also made so many good comments about Sean Mania. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, give me a second, right? I'm gonna go get the power outlet. You know what? Maybe I can get somebody to get it for me. Let me text my sister. Let me see if she'll bring it to me. So I don't have to move. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I left it outside. Yep, I did leave it outside. And then we're gonna try to see if maybe we could, because he broke down something that we talked about. I remember talking about it here on Blood Thoughts when after the season it came out that, and I did a video on this, I think, but I don't think I did it as part of Morning Blunt. I think I just did it on X. So for those that are on YouTube, they may not have seen it. Or maybe I did. I forget, guys. I'm sorry. About why a Shamanaya maybe didn't have surgery for those bone spurs, right? And I remember when that first came out, everybody said, why? Why wouldn't you do that? And they said they're gonna see how if it resolves itself or whatever on its own through medication or whatever throughout the off season. I'm guessing I just threw the medication. They didn't really put that out there, I don't think. Hold on. And he said that one of the reasons why guys don't do it, or a big reason, the main reason why guys don't like to have that surgery is because a lot of times when you have that surgery for the bone spurs, it leads to Tommy John surgery. And who the hell wants Tommy John, right? And that's why guys avoid that surgery. Um, and it's funny because he said that, and then a couple of days later, we find out we got an update from Manaya, who was out there this past week handing out turkey. Shout out to the guy Sean Manaya, Mark Vientos, handing out food. I don't even say turkey; they were handing out food, whatever. Um, and said that the elbow was doing good and expects to be perfectly fine. So hopefully that's the case. But just again, just like some good stuff that came out of the Adam Maravino. You guys know I'm not an Adam Maravino fan. I couldn't wait to get his ass off out of this damn bullpen. I named him Adam Matastinko. Loose body, not booty. Come on, Luke's. you know? But let me see if I can bring that up real quick. Give me 1 second. Hopefully, the connection doesn't screw up, right? Let's see if we can bring it up real quick. Ah, I might have screwed everything up right now by doing that. No, we're still there. We're still there. We're still there. We are still there. Let's see what do we got here. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, get this one. Sorry about that. And let's see it because I think I might have. Nope. All right, let's. I don't know if this is gonna work though, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I remember exactly where this was. But I thought that was interesting. He had. Okay, here it goes. Perfect. Perfect. I knew I kind of remember where this was. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Give me a second. Let's see if this is gonna work. Let's see if this is gonna work, ladies. We may be pushing it here. We may be pushing it here. Let's see. And do that. Oh. We may have something. We may have something, man. We may have something. Let's see. Here we go.
First of all,
Oh, this to me.
a lot of times bone spurs and loose bodies kind of happen because when a immense level of stress, physical stress, sometimes there's calcifications that go on. That's your body's natural way of trying to reinforce that area. Not a very good thing when you're trying to move your elbow through a joint to have all this extra bone growing. But a lot of times, parts of it will kind of chip off and you'll get these loose bodies. And depending on where that little piece of bone is rattling around, it'll hurt or it won't hurt. So a lot of times they go in there to shave that down or to get rid of those loose bodies. The issue is, oftentimes when they do that, it kind of backfires and it leads to Tommy John later down the line. So most of the time they try to avoid going on their elbow if they can, but oftentimes there's no real way around it. Like you can't pitch with like loose bodies. And if you watch Mania pitch a little bit, really extend on his take back, like he would bring his elbow out and it'd only get to about here, whereas the previous year he's able to extend a little bit further. So to me, that's what it's kind of that's what's kind of the issue when you have loose bodies.
Well, anyways, starting to chop up a little bit there. But you got the gist of it, right? They don't like to go in there and do it because a lot of times it may lead to Tommy John surgery. So they try to, avoid the having a surgery for the loose bodies to avoid Tommy John surgery. So that might, it may or may not Mania. As of right now, it seems like it did. So that's a great thing. Let's hope that there's no setbacks. Never trust a guy that wears a neck cap inside. Oops, oops. And Triple G agrees. Okay, okay. I still thought it was good information, man. Come on, you guys. I thought it was good damn information. And again, listen, he talked about Vientos and about how even when Mark Vientos first came up, he was a little immature, he said. A little immature. Everybody was like, yo, dude, you gotta hone it in, you gotta focus, so on and so forth. Well, we saw Mark Vientos come back and have the 2024 that he did. Maybe that immaturity caught back up with him, as he himself said in 25 that he wasn't expecting adversity and maybe he wasn't able to really handle it. How the hell you're not expecting adversity when you're playing a fucking professional sport? I don't understand who the hell you think you are. But maybe that came back to bite him again a little bit. Hopefully. And I guess my sister didn't get my text, or she's just fucking ignoring me. And the battery's really getting low. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. I apologize, but I gotta go get the charger before we just abruptly have to end the show. We don't want to do that. We're gonna wrap it up soon as we're approaching an hour. We can't be here all day. We are with the family. We gotta go spend some more time. Although sometimes we need a break from the family too, man. I'm a single guy. What do you want from me? I like being alone. Oh, yeah, yeah. We'll be back. Yo, you didn't hear my message?
And me, but I don't see it up here.
What's that?
Oh, I'm looking on the table. Oh, she sent me to the computer, not the cord for the computer.
I'm sorry, y'all. Apologize. Um, send my sister a message. My sister tells my nephew. My nephew can't see it right in front of his face. She tells him to get the laptop. No, I said, give me the charger to the laptop. So he's looking for the laptop and is overlooking what I really need, which is the cord. So here we are again. Ah, here we go. What are you talking about? Who got lost? Amber Alerts. What are we talking about? Whoa, that went right over my head. That was you guys are funny, man. You guys are funny, man. Listen, leave my guy Manaya alone. How about that? Leave my guy Manaya alone. Manaya's gonna be fine. Listen, we need a bounce back year from Sean Manaya. Let's be honest. We need a bounce back year from Sean Manaya. If for some reason Kodai Senga comes back, we need a bounce back year from Kodai Senga. How about this? Let's listen to Adestinko had to say about Kodai Senga. He has some thoughts on Kodai Senga. Let's listen in on those. Hold on. Let me get that ready here. Let me bring it up here.
Strategy.
Uh, all right, let's do that. Let's bring this back here. And let's go back here. Here we go. Listen into this. To what my guy, not my guy.
And then this is the other issue, and this is something that really upsets me deep in
Wait,
my
wrong
soul
one.
because, man, I've talked with every single one of these guys about having to take control over their own.
Oops. Sorry, guys. That's the wrong clip. I don't know how the hell that happened. Wrong clip. Wrong clip. No, 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 no. Wrong clip again. What's wrong
All
with
right,
me?
what else we got in here? How does Stearns approach a player like Nimmo?
This is the one we want, guys. This is the one we
And then
want.
there's the other big elephant in the room, which is Senga. Obviously, they're trying to trade him. I think that's a little nutty because he still had a little bit, when talking to some people in my Discord, that one of the issues they have with Senga is that he's been driving a lot of his rehabs, and there's been a lot of poor communication over, his rehab protocols, as well as when he feels like he's ready to go out there and pitch. He's very internally focused
That's
on
terrible.
mechanics to the point where he goes through stretches where it's just not the same out there because he's too focused internally and he's not competing the same way. If you get him out of inside his body and you get him focused down range, I still think he's got the best stuff on the Mets outside of McLean. So
How
I'd be
many times have
afraid
we said that
to
on
lose
our
out
own?
on that upside. I mean, even with the crappy year he had last year in terms 1.31 whip, it wasn't the cleanest. Too many walks, obviously. Like there's a lot of fundamentals that are off, but stuff doesn't lie. Senga's the stuff doesn't lie, and I think you'd be selling low on him. So I'd be surprised unless they can get something that they want back. But they have a lot of work to do in the rotation. Montas was a fucking disaster, and then there's
Montage
the
was a fucking disaster. And I think we played this Sunday night as well. I think we did play that Sunday night, that clip there. But I thought that was funny too when he said Montage was a fucking disaster. The way he said it, it was like he was just as disgusted as we Frankie Montas and that whole nonsense. Why is this thing acting up again? I apologize for the camera view right now. It's not looking good. Um, but it'll get better hopefully. But we're about to get out of here anyways. It's been a little bit over an hour. Again, just wanted to come real quick, chime in, check in, say thank you personally, face to face. I did a small video on X. I'm doing that this morning. I know some of you guys on YouTube, guys and gals on YouTube, may not see the stuff on X. So we're going to come in and check in here just because we had a little bit of time and kind of wanted to get away for a bit. Um, and we miss you. We miss you guys. And also to provide some escape for those that are not into the football and that may be dealing with stuff right now. They may not have a nice family gathering to go to or family to welcome to their place or whatever the case may be. So I hope that this little time he at least helped out a little bit. Again, we'll see what happens. We're expecting big moves. I don't know if we'll get big moves. We think most of us want Pete Alonso back. Again, that doesn't mean that we want to go out there and sign Pete for 10 years, but we want to treat him fairly. And I think we should. I think most of us want. We'll see how that works out. And then we'll see how we handle this outfield situation. Are we going to go out there and make a trade for one of these guys? You hear talk about the A's. The A's do have a lot of good players, man, but they don't seem willing to trade those guys. But who the hell knows? Listen, there was talk of Brandon Nimmo maybe being on the table, maybe not being on the table, and that talk was about Corey Seager, and then we got to trade for Marcus Simeon. Make a trade like that, you don't have to pay down a lot of that contract. You don't have to send the other team a lot of money. They send $5 million. You know, so anything is possible. We'll see which way Davis Turner decides to go. We'll see if he's able to come out of his comfort zone finally. Can we make a trade? Is it Fernando Tatis really available through trade, if at all? Is this just a fan creation? You know, they are right. The Padres lost their owner. They now have been researching possible sale of the team. What does that all mean? They have been having to take loans out and all kinds of nonsense just to be able to make things work. So does that mean that they are going to have to move some guys? Is that a Fernando Tatis? Is that a move that would entice a David Stearns? Would we even have what it takes? Well, we now have one of the top two, three farm systems in the game, right? One of the reasons why you want to have this is that's collateral. Not all those guys going to come up and impact your major league ball club. Some of them will. Some of them will impact your major league ball club by being collateral, by being currency, by being whatever the hell you want to call it. But go in and get you somebody else from somewhere else that can come and impact the major league ball club. Who that is, I don't know. As finally we get some clearance here. Hey, maybe it's better than for it to be foggy. I don't know. But we'll see where we go, man. We'll see where we go. On that note, I think it's time to get out of here, man. Again, I won't spend too much time. Got to get back to the family and all that. But they want to come in and have some fun. You guys are great. Coaching almost 200 of you beautiful people. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Enjoy the food. Don't eat too much. Don't put yourself in a food coma. Those aren't fun. I'll try to say that if I don't do that on my own. And if something happens, because sometimes you get something on Thanksgiving, we'll come out here and have some fun. We'll see if we'll have a blunt thought Sunday night. We probably will. You know what I'm saying? So we'll probably have something Sunday night. Maybe we get something happens. It's about to get a little quiet, and then we're gonna have the winter meetings, and hopefully that's a lot of fun. We'll see if we do maybe between now and the winter meeting and the winter meetings, we can good to have you, Cindy. We're about to get wrap up and get out of here. Just want to have a little fun on the Thanksgiving, man, and check in with the people, you know? And for those that don't have, provide a little distraction from that's what it was. But we appreciate you, Cindy. Always, always. Thanks for coming in. Happy Thanksgiving to you and thank you for being a part of these shows. But yeah, we'll see. We'll try to bring more super fan conversations. Maybe we'll do one in between now and the GM meetings. Maybe we'll do that. Or whatever the hell these next meetings are. I get confused all the day and time. I apologize. But we know those start, I think it's December 6th or 7th. So we do have a little bit of time. And then hopefully we get some fireworks then. Good fireworks. All right. But on that note, again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, thank you for the good and the bad, all the interaction, all that good stuff. You guys make all this possible. When I think, you know what, I had enough of this, I don't know if I could do it anymore. When my mentals get to me, when I go through my mental toughness, you guys always make me realize that no, we got to keep this going. This is a good thing. So we appreciate you, man. And thank you once again. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And all day, every day, baby. Let's go, Mets. Peace.
My clique full of animals and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club,